by the way. And yeah, I hope you get some good rest. And my pods are starting to arrive, but I don't think I've got that much room left. I'm trying to shove as much in here as possible without breaking anything if I can. I'll still need to lay down for a while. Stay listening. Hope you have a great stream. Well, I just expect to see me sometimes. Yeah, well, the next RimWorld stream will be, I think, on the 6th of January. So it'll be a while yet, but it will be back. And yeah, it'll still be this. This will still be going for a while. But yeah, by the look of it, it looks like I'm basically down to the last pods, and then they can move. So I know I've got one container that's full of like miscellaneous chairs and crap, but I've got to actually fill up another couple of containers that are actual stuff I want to send over to Minwick at the moment. Those miscellaneous chairs I'm just going to help my allies with because I can. All the unfinished stuff, I don't super want to take that with me, but I also know that like I've got a shit ton of components that they're not finishing. There is a minigun that they could potentially finish at the new location, although it's very heavy. We could, I think the hospital beds are going in this, the telescope's probably going in this. I don't want to put too many more things into here. I do want the psychic soothe pulses and the blocks and the uranium and all that crap and the furs and shit. Nutrimine, that can go in there. That will fit. I don't want to send the iguana eggs because we can snack on those on the way. There we go. Alright, do that. And I guess we'll have to do a couple of pods with uranium in it. If I revoke their medical privileges. Lol. Cracks them up. Hey Shira. What are you up to? What are you doing? Fruit roll-ups. I mean, I don't know why, but like when I started streaming RimWorld, I don't know why I necessarily refer to them as peeling. I think it's because like if you look at like the bolt of leather and stuff, it looks like it's rolled up, right? It's perfectly rolled up. It's not like in the shape of like a skin or something like that. It looks like it's been peeled off and rolled up. I think it also doesn't help that like, you know, I come from like, I don't know, a family that does like cattle farming and shit, you know, like my grandparents did cattle farming and stuff. I have like a very desensitized perspective on peeling animals in real world stuff, because like, yeah, you just get like an unpeeled like roux on the middle of like your floor, or like random baby cow in some other room kind of thing, also unpeeled. So somebody out here is rightly traumatized. But yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, I was aware of this stuff from like a pretty young age. I don't want to put that in there. What did I miss then? This is, I doubt your family calls it peeling them. That's a censored version. It's me, I'm traumatized. Yeah, I know. I don't know if they call it peeling. There is definitely some words I've heard them say in regards to, I'm obviously going to repeat it on stream. But, yeah, I don't think they feel much different about, like, the thing. But it just reminds me of, like, when you buy, like, a fruit roll-up and shit. And it's just, like, you unroll that shit. The fuck was that? Well, thank you, Shira. I don't think I've heard that one go off at all, which is weird. That's funny though. That scared the shit out of me because I'm like, what the fuck? Happy holidays. You too, Shira. I'm sorry that like you just visited and immediately just came into a peeling discussion about animals and stuff. It was certainly a choice of timing with that. You had no choice. That was the point. But yeah. Thank you for bits. And I don't know. I just, like I said, I just think of it as like, I just remember getting like fruit roll-ups and stuff And it's the same kind of concept. Like, I'm so sorry, Jaylee, but it's like it's the same kind of concept, you know? You unroll this like sticky red fucking peel. And then like, yeah, it's a mess. I can't even fucking concentrate on what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I obviously haven't bought a fruit roll for a while. Sorry, Jaylee. Oh, fuck, my face hurts. Let me roll up. I mean, that's just jerky with extra steps. Anyway, maybe I should, like, not sleep more often. It's a very interesting conversation. Oh my god. I'll have to pull up the kitchen benches in a hot minute, too. I don't know if I've already allocated these, like, chairs and shit. But I'll have to wait. I know. I don't know if they've fit those already in, actually. I'll have to wait to see which ones pack up. Because I'm not quite sure which ones are already done skis. We don't have a lot of fuel left, so I don't really mind that they keep working on this, but I've still got to pull up those, which I should be able to carry. And they're obviously not still making any components left, so whatever we make is whatever we make. And I guess they can pull this up because it's not like they're going to make enough food. So you guys are going to disconnect them and then lift them because we want to take these. Same with these are going to get lifted out of there. They can go in a caravan easily. I don't really mind that. The only problem is, what is Kenya doing in here? She isn't too damaged, but I do want to replace these with a couple of basic hospital floor beds for the moment, because I need to get them out of these beds soon. I want them toggled off, and I want these beds lifted up, and I want the floor out of here. This has got silver in it. I don't know. That's right. I didn't make that silver. I already took that out. I've got this whole room to go. Which isn't going to take them probably very long, to be fair. I just want the silver because I've got to rebuild it in the next location. So it's just a little bit easier if I just nick it from here. Alright. I'm sure I'll miss a couple of bits, but I also want to get as much of underneath the benches. I also want to lift up the benches, obviously, but I've got to kind of wait a minute. I think I'm missing that spot there. Alright, I think there's only the kitchens left to pull up. There we go. Okay, they should pull up all the floor in here. That's obviously going to cap us out with a bunch more silver and shit, but we don't care for that. There is also silver beneath this. It's fine. What I meant to say is they're going to find like a whole bunch of steel because of it. Which one? That one. Uranium, that's going over. So there's only like a couple of transport pods that have got like wooden chairs and shit. This is a wooden double bed. These would be the masterworks. I need to make more storage space over here. Realistically, I need to move this. I'll do this now before... Well, that didn't quite work, but this is fine. You go copy and you go paste, and then you go everything except for... Well, allow everything except for food. No food. Be no corpses, no plants, no plant matter. I do need to check if they took that outside. And what is it manufactured, right? Yeah, no chem fuel. Okay. And I want this to expand out from here. If I can. Because this will then let me throw this into another room. Alright. Cool. So now I have a bit more storage, which is good because I'm kind of running out of space over there, and I'm going to have a bunch of pods that are pinging to say that they're good to go, good to move. Now I've got a little bit more space. I don't have the shelf space, but I need to move these over. And I don't know if they're not connected at the moment, which they could be. I also think I have something gold in here on the shelf, so I'm not quite sure what. Oh, it's batteries. Never mind. Okay, I might have been destroying the batteries this whole time and I just didn't notice. Which reminds me, we need to pull up the fucking batteries. Hold on. All the batteries can come up. All the bedding can come up. We've already got everything out of here that we want. We're not going to take the extra lights. We're not going to take the air conditioners. You guys are going to keep rebuilding these until we can't build them anymore. And fuel them just the same. Because we should have enough... Between the boomalopes, between the chem fuel reactors and whatever wood we may still have, we should be able to make enough fuel. Alternatively, if we don't have enough fuel... Oh, here we go. If we don't have enough fuel... That's decent for this group at the moment. We'll put it on caravans. Alright. I was going to say I was just about to finish stream, but I guess I have a fucking battle to do. This should be fine. There's a lot of turrets over there, but I am concerned because a lot of the people over here don't have guns, and I don't have spare guns. What I will do is I will find... It's not Joshua, it's Johnson. Johnson's a little bit slow walking. Where is Labia? Is she nearer? Labia is usually all the way down the bottom. It looks like Labia. No, it's Lan. No, Labia's asleep. Okay, it will be Joshua. Johnson. Whatever your fucking name is, mate. Can you call for them? Actually, call for them. I'm pretty sure they've got the biggest buff at the moment for, like, happiness with us. And I'll just make sure everybody else comes and stands in here with us. Except for obviously fucking Johnson, which I need you to go and call them. Okay. I'll go find all my other colonists and bring you guys inside. With the exclusion of Johnson. I also kind of don't want the animals in this. We should be good. I have like a lot of people here. It's not like this is a bad group, but it's still a group. Which I was hoping we weren't going to get mechs here, but we were long overdue for a battle. That's not great. Termite. Oh, there's a termite in here. There's a thump cannon. Disease flu. Who? Oh, gang. That's fine. Okay, well, one of the Lancers is dead. It would be super good if some of the turrets could kind of, like, get a go on them. Like, if that could take the Scyther out there. Maybe? Okay, it did not, but it did half injure it. And some of these turrets are kind of getting good distance. Only for... Lol, Rhinoceros Revenge. Yeah, that's not something we need right now. Not really a problem because the turrets are here and stuff. But yeah, if a couple of these guys go off on their own, they'll get killed by like the respective like next thing. If they move up this way, this is super dense up here. So if they got to come all the way up and around the corner, we're fine. If they come through this door, we are not fine. Margit, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing. But somebody bum rush Margit. Hey, Azula. Azula has decided to come and join us. Azula is my cat, for anybody that doesn't know. She is considering the fuzzy donut bed in front of the monitor. I swapped it over earlier, like, I don't know, yesterday. And it's the big one. Like, they always, whenever they get washed, they come back super huge. And she fucking loved it. I just gotta find you, Nura. I need you in here. Need you in there ASAP. Because I didn't realize that Margot's having a mental thing over there. If I could get to her before she opens that door, we'll have a chance. And I think Johnson's coming around to call for somebody. Sloane's currently inside a building. He's about as far away as you can get from this. I think he might be asleep. Ah, he's just wandering. I don't know if we've got a hole in this group. And Cheddar's also wandering, but he's fine. I'll bring you guys up top too. I don't feel like we need to worry at all about the bottom half of the map. I'm going to bring you guys all up. I kind of want to keep like a couple of people that might have a thing, a shock lance. I need Nera in the ASAP. I need military aid right now. And I saw you were opening that door. You need to strike Marjot down. Where are they landing? Of course, the furthest point. But that looks like there's going to be a few. So that's a good thing. I trust that she'll knock her down. That's a good amount. That's 15 pods. Holy shit. Been a while since they sent me a good amount of pods. It'd be really nice if they actually come to the battle. Sometimes they just arrive and they just leave. Like, they're like, oh, this is a battle. I don't want to be part of it. You gonna zap her? She's kind of getting away. She's not doing anything. I think she's just... Yeah, can you go and... I don't want you to arrest her. I want you to... There are medical beds. Prioritize extinguishing. Can't tend. Marjot does not require tending. Okay, well, if that's the case, go extinguish her fire. She's down and she's unconscious. She's in the caravan. You remove from the caravan. That's why they don't want to do anything for her. You gotta rescue her then. Alright, if they keep moving up, they're gonna have more range on these turrets. But the other thing too is there is a lot of turrets. So we should be okay. Something else in here has died. It's not the termite, which is a shame. These guys are taking like a little bit of damage. Chop stump, nope. Centipede. Guy at the back. If you could move up to one of these things. Obviously they're able to like reach from there and this is outside of the range. They really sent some like good long range stuff. I could send a couple of you guys down here. And then out here. That would bring a group downwards. And I could grab Muffalo. I don't super want to bring you out that spot. But if I could send you up. And then over. Down. I could bring you guys closer. I want to spread them out. I'm expecting the colonists that walk through down here to get through faster. And here comes the allies. So maybe they're going to help. If they pop out there, they're fucked. That's just how it is. I could like assume a line up here, but I also do feel like if they move through it all, we're probably fine. Caravan idle. Yeah, that's fine. They gotta be idle. If they pop through this door and out there, they'll probably trigger them. Oh, they're gonna go through the grove space. That's an odd choice. So that guy looks like he's broken the door already, which means they could pop out through the center bit, realistically. Alright. Now, I did send colonists outside. You guys are not close enough. It's not close enough to be a threat yet. I don't think I've got any, like, sharpshooters in here. Nah. Alright, you guys come back through. I was hoping this would, like, bring them downwards. But I'm not... although, if they distract that guy... Hold on, go back through there for a second. Labby is having a tantrum. This isn't really the time for it. If they all pop out up there... and they distract them... we could definitely probably reach them from there. Muffalo's like come around for the top. I sure as fuck don't really want to like rush out into this group, but I also kind of think that if we like were to bum rush them, that'd be good. But where did the termite go? No way, it's dead. Must be hiding behind something. I will posture check with her. I was slouching. Caught prawning in the act. I must be behind there. What are you up to? Oh, that's right. He's in here. He's already dead. It's fine. Well, see if you guys can get out there. And see if you guys can get up closer. You lot. I kind of only want half of yours. No. We're going to go downwards first. And then out. And then come up here. You guys can go join that group. This little group here should be more than enough gunners to be a problem for this group. I feel like I should move a lot of you guys backwards. Honestly, it's a solid ass little raid. Actually, if they're distracted enough, that group gets going downwards. You guys can get up and through here. Buffalo can come down a little bit closer too. And I know somebody in here needs rescue. But if I could just take a half a dozen of you guys and zip yours back inside. Plus Broxo's mate. Can I get you to rescue Gorilla? Oh, there's a second person down there too. Hold on. Armadillo can go out as well. I saw that and I thought there was a crack in the ground. And you can rescue Grant. Honestly, if this lot were to go inside, all of yous inside. Yeah, no, don't drop the people. You rescued them. And you rescue Gorilla. Because that takes you guys inside. This group down here, they're fine. This takes the thing off them. Animal flu. I'm sure that's probably not here. That's the other location where the horses are. Alright, so threat is neutralized, thankfully. Now we just gotta see if everybody's okay. Okay, one of their people are down. Troxo mate, can you rescue their guy? There's more mechs, of course. Like I said, I don't need mechs. I'm not gonna scrap them. So it's kind of like, cool, thanks for the steel, I don't need it. But it is a way of preventing me from taking people. Obviously. Alright, most of them are going to tend to themselves. Most of my people are just arriving for battle. You guys can go back to what she's doing. As you guys arrive, go back. It's funny how this group took so long. Alright. Well, there's a couple of people that were downed from the attack. This group, I need you guys to go to hospital. I'm going to need probably a few more hospital beds than what I've got here. I literally just started fucking pulling them apart too. This should be more than sufficient enough hospital beds. Not the best kind of beds, but they will do. And this group up here, as long as you guys aren't carrying somebody. Somebody in there is carrying somebody. Alright, I just gotta find where the people are in here. Take a mate, can you rescue? I don't see anybody else in there. I think Viper is walking very slowly. Can you drop? You keep going. Vaughn is clearly faster. Might not necessarily be as fast carrying somebody, but it's faster. Okay. So who's in what condition here? You're fine. 13 hours. 12. Can't read you just yet. Burrow's eating. I'm sure he's fine. Parsons. Broxo. Who else was in here before? 12. There's a couple of people in here that have got a 12. yeah. I'll have to check on Marjot too. You got 15 hours. Okay, there's still people coming in. There's a couple of people that were down that are coming in. But for the most part, I think everybody else was fine. And whoever their person was, I think we were rescuing them. I want the gun underneath that. I don't necessarily want to take it, but you know, if it's pick-upable. Alright. So everybody's going off and like finding something to eat and snack on or whatever because, you know, they just had a battle and that makes them happy. I'm not really seeing anybody that's like bloody disappearing off to like a random bed except for you. Are you up here? And you're in the caravan, but you are fine. It's okay. Dally, mate, can you add to the caravan? Because I don't actually have a medic, I don't think, in the whole group. And I did take one person out, so it would be really good to have a person that can do stuff. Now, speaking of the psychic soothe pulses that I didn't pack yet, where are those? Because there's a couple of obviously very upset colonists around the place. And this will make some people feel somewhat better. Okay. So we got 12 hours. Looks like it's probably the worst so far. We have one allies in here too. You got 11 hours on Hajuka, 4 hours on Gorilla, but Teiko's tending. 12 hours on Campbell, 12 hours on Grasshopper. Grasshopper is here. That's the cook. That's what I was talking about before. I did think he was over here. You can't self-tend. Transport pod is ready. 14 hours, and Grenard's got 4 hours, but he's being tended by Spoonie. Which is this? Lufa armchair. Is it the regulars? Looks like the regulars. Alright. Which one needed it? It was like green, I think. Oh, guess what? You guys are getting a gift. Yeah, it was green. Green needs the gift. So there's a couple of people that were having tantrums, obviously, during the thing. I'm sure that there's more pods. I've taken out somebody, I've added somebody. I have a few people in here that are really, really low on life, but I do think I have a substantial amount of doctors still at this location, which is insane. Self-tamed doe. Unfortunately, I have an auto cull set up, so good luck with that doe. I'll come back and I'll check on that later. I don't even have to allocate it. It's either auto-allocated or they are something I haven't set up yet and they will just come in. But either way, I'll get pinged as soon as it roams if it's still around. Labia, breaking shit over the top of somebody that's trying to heal in hospital isn't really the best idea, mate. Also, leaving like steel in somebody's like hospital bed has to be fucking uncomfortable, right? Hajuka is no longer dying. Nor is Campbell. Grasshopper's still got 11 hours, but that's because he's had his medical privileges revoked enough times that he doesn't have a lot of variety in his medicine at the moment. Grenard's nearly there. He's up to 15 hours. Nora, can you zip? Okay, Grenard's no longer a problem. I think Grasshopper is the only person I've got left that is actively still dying. They're nearly there. I think everybody else is really good. Although Campbell's in a dicey place because he's got flu immunity and plague minor. Poor fucking bastard. But now he's also got blood loss. So there's that. And nobody else went to like a bed or anything, did they? Diamond's still walking around because caravan. There's a pack of people down here. Why? Oh, campfire. I gotta disable those. My people are like, oh, sick, it's a unlit campfire. How wonderful. And Marjot's up there. Okay. Grasshopper's no longer dying. And Marjot's fine. As far as I could tell, I think everybody is fine at this point. And I'm tending to one of my allies. So yeah. We just had a mech raid. And a Ibex Doe join Minwick, which I need to have a look at later. Dryden is basically almost entirely empty. I've got some of the last transport pods and stuff kind of setting up, you know, to send out either the super valuable stuff to Minwick, or alternatively trying to send some of the trash stuff that traders didn't want to buy over to whichever traders realistically could do it for boost, which is currently green. And I'm trying to rip up the silver out of the floor. I've got a caravan waiting outside. I've got another caravan that's packing up. Well, it's not packing up. It's getting set up to go join it. And yeah, I've disassembled all the kitchen, so they're no longer producing food. So if I need to, I can send food over from Minwick, because Minwick will have the transport pod ready to go if my colonists require more food. If the animals require more food, I can open up any of these areas. I just have to remove the fence. I do need to unallocate rows later. And yeah, this base is basically almost empty. I'm not really surprised that I got attacked. Minwick's obviously next, but this is almost basically ready to go. There is not much left. There's a bit of stuff to pack up into transport pods. There's probably some stuff to unassemble. I will have to lift up those infinite chem reactors, but I'm waiting because I don't have a lot of chem fuel left. But if they don't have much in the way of components, or they're finished making components and stuff, I think they got like 50. So between that and the steel, we should have plenty enough to make more of the pods. It's just relying on fuel, and if it starts getting low on the fuel, I'll just start emptying them out and topping up the other ones that need it and stuff. So yeah, I feel like it's not that long for Dryden till they move out, but it's definitely going to probably be sometime next year. So yeah.